The life of a WWE superstar is one that brings stardom, money, fame, and big opportunities, and a very fun career. Hardcore fans like you watching already know how much of a grind it is to get those opportunities. When someone decides they want to be a wrestler, there are multiple ways to get into the WWE, but one of the most common ways is the indies. People like Austin Theory, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Sasha Banks, and even John Cena come from the indies, just to name a few. Performing and learning the craft of professional wrestling in front of usually a few dozen people in random places like gyms and high schools. Some wrestlers last decades on the indies, and some get picked up right away in just a couple of years. So in this video, I want to take a look at some of WWE's biggest stars' last indie matches to see their struggle and how they have earned where they are at today. Starting with John Cena. People seem to think John Cena just applied to WWE and got hired for his bodybuilding background. Actually though, Cena has explained that he actually did wrestle on the indies for a short period of time. He wrestled under the famous prototype gimmick, where he was half man, half machine. During this 1999 run in UPW, the indie promotion he was wrestling for, he was a world champion. In a documentary, it showed highlights of Bruce Pritchard in the crowd taking notes on John Cena, as John wrestled Mark Smelly Bell, who has a fitness YouTube channel, by the way. John pretty much dominated this match, tossing Bell onto the ropes, giving him hip tosses and body slams until the very end, where Mark's manager distracted Cena and hung him up on the ropes. Mark then hit Cena with the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment. Shout out Simon from Wild Culture. Mark Bell rolled up Cena and was a new UPW world champion. Later in the documentary, it was revealed that the then WWF sent a package to UPW to offer a contract to 3 talents, one of them being John Cena. At number 2, we have a more recent competitor. I'm talking about Sasha Banks. She wrestled under the ring name Mercedes KV, standing for Mercedes Kastner Vernado, which is her real name if you didn't know. Sasha wrestled her last indie match where she started, at Chaotic Wrestling. Special guest referee for this match was another indie wrestler named Frankie Elliott. Keep this in mind, because this guy goes bonkers towards the end. Her opponent was a girl named Ivy Fit. Sasha was the babyface in this match and Ivy the heel. They wrestled back and forth for a little bit and even had false finishes during this match, with both women struggling to beat that count the referee does when both athletes are laid out. After a while, Sasha came back with a running bulldog, but later got laid out again by Ivy Fit. She tried to bribe the ref, Ivy did. It didn't work, but she would end up getting the win. Now, things get bonkers. The referee raises her hand and then brings a steel chair into the ring, and he just slams it on her back. The crowd loved it, which is even weirder, and started cheering for Frankie, saying Frankie's awesome. Sasha attempted to get away, but like a killer, he exploded out and grabbed her. He then put her on the floor and put his foot over her neck. Started ranting about how he was underappreciated in the company, and that was pretty much why he was mad. But it went on for a long time, and it was kind of a dramatic way for Sasha to leave the indies onto NXT. Overall, it was cool. Number 3, Austin Theory. Theory when he was still Austin Theory. Spent around 4 years in the indies. His most notable indie matches, in my opinion, came from Evolve, the company later bought by WWE. Theory faced the likes of people like Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and JD Drake there. Theory was Evolve's world champion by the time he was ready to go to NXT. He got challenged by Josh Briggs, who is currently in NXT 2.0, for his final match. Before the match, 2 Evolve wrestlers, Anthony Green and Harlem Bravado, attacked Josh Briggs. Theory playing the heel? Seriously, I mean, when is my boy gonna be a babyface? Laughed at Josh Briggs and looked like he thought it was gonna be light work. Josh Briggs played the babyface comeback story and powerbombed Theory after Theory got some offense in and was shocked Josh kicked out. Josh hit the powerbomb again later during the match and pinned Theory 1, 2, 3. To win the world title, Theory leaving the indies by putting someone over. Now these 3 stars performing in front of only a few people in often random places, performing in front of millions around the world, making people smile and traveling the world. So put some respect on their name. But honestly guys, I really enjoy making this video, and let me know if you guys want a part 2, because I feel like this could be a series on the channel. I feel like it has a lot of potential. Other than that though, I really appreciate you guys watching. Subscribe to support even further, and there'll be another video up here on the screen if you want to watch another one of mine. Thank you.